Okay, on this episode of Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, we're going to be going through the cylinder heads on this big block 454 and seeing what they all need. I'm hoping not too much, but we'll find out here in a few minutes. We dug this little gem out, as Chris says, in my mom's garage. It was one of the old man's tools for doing cylinder heads. And we just bolted it on. He kind of just loosened it off. And it goes either way. Just tighten it up. It just makes it easy for removing the valves, and we'll be using this tool. We'll show you in a couple minutes.
And with this headstand, it allows you to get in underneath there and
just makes it a lot
all
easier.
your.
You gotta turn around there, sunshine. There you go. We'll put that in the bloopers.
They get the idea.
We'll put that in the bloopers, and it's got adjustments and everything else. And
but you can get under there with it. So.
But yeah, and then when you pull them out, you mark your valves which way they came in, intake and exhaust. And this is the driver's side cylinder head.
Yes.
So having lasagna today, New Year's lunch. But anyway, I guess we'll start pulling this thing apart and seeing what's what, and go through the cylinder heads, and hopefully it won't be too bad. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, starting pulling out the valves that we already did one just for shits and giggles.
This does have a couple adjustments. There's a screw here to adjust the size of this. So you adjust it so it just fits over the spring with the little screw there. And that's the valve. And you want that right in the center, and then it has a screw adjustment here in case it's to take up some slack, and you just push on there, and just don't jerk it.
That won't be a happy camper. There's the valve keepers.
Sometimes they don't come out that easy. Sometimes you just have to tap it with a little hammer too.
Okay.
And it's stuck, and then slowly release it.
Just like that. No, I'm just looking at something. Oh, yeah. Alright, that's how you do it.
And once you get this set up, you don't have to adjust it anymore.
No, there's a spacer here that's gonna have to come off. Ooh, this one is going to be sticky.
Magnet, or
too good for a magnet.
Yep, too good for a magnet. I have my little.
Even if I do this.
Well, no, it's really stuck, guys. Oh, okay, it's not that stuck.
Sometimes you have to wiggle things.
All right, let her run it. Perfect. Alrighty, I think you guys got the gist of it. It's only 16 times doing it. Then you just do your best. There you go.
You can buy trays that do the exact same thing as a cardboard, but
if Kevin was doing this, you'd be like, we gotta find the perfect box. That one's not long enough. We'd have to wait for a day, go find a box.
yeah,
That's
cardboard boxes are cheap.
Oh, just use a milk crate. People do things differently in Warren. Alright.
Yeah, you must have one of these. You can do it other ways. You can modify a big C-clamp.
It's just easier.
But yeah, these aren't that much.
Anyway, I think you guys got the gist of doing this. We'll see you in a few minutes.
We'll do the rest.
Anyway, back to working on these cylinder heads. It's actually a pretty exciting day. We got sidetracked and did other things, but we pulled all the heads apart. We're gonna obviously lap them. Yeah, Derek's already cleaned all the valves up and everything. That's the order they came in. We're gonna lap the valves, and we're gonna use what the hell is that tool called? for grinding the stone grinder. That did.
Valve grinding stones.
Whatever you want to use that word for, but you'll see us in an upcoming video about cleaning these guys up. But we'll show you on a different set of heads here. The other head here, it's actually where it's kind of a little more cleaned up.
The valves were very crusty.
Yeah, they're very crusty, but yeah, we took the time to clean this head up already inside, and it looks pretty damn good. And I got to still pressure wash them and clean them and degrease them and everything else, but I'll do that when we're done. So I don't have to make multiple trips. But yeah, all in all, it's actually a pretty good day today. It's pretty fun doing this. So like I said, I still got to clean all in here and whatnot. Yeah. But
we'll do that after we grind the seats, because the seats are not. We tried lapping. Derek tried lapping one valve in and got okay, but it wasn't perfect. So we're gonna have to grind the seats.
I'm just drawing a blank. What, they just call it valve grinding stones or something.
Yeah.
I know. I thought there was a name for them. But we're really, oh, that's called that. But yeah, no, we'll do it. We'll show you guys on in the next day or 2 or 3 or whatever. But I want to get these done sooner or later. That way we can put them on this guy and hopefully build a stand and make this thing make some noise or fall apart. One of the two.
And we got the balance around.
Oh wow, that took all 5 minutes. And yeah, I still got to tighten that up. And there's a washer that goes behind there. So anyway, I think we'll probably call it a night. I don't know. It's only 7 o'clock, but maybe we'll figure out something to do. But we'll probably see you in a day or 2. Oh, hey, by the way, what do you guys prefer, Coke or Pepsi? I'm a Coke guy.
Coke.
Coke. I'm just curious.
Obvious.
Obvious.
It's obvious what's better.
Well, I know, but you never know. Anyway, we'll see you in a few days. Or later tonight. Who knows?
Okay, we're working on the 454 big block today out of the 73 Chevelle SS. We're doing the heads, basically doing the valve job on it. We're grinding the seats and lapping the valves in. The valves look pretty good. The surface on the valves, just the seats here. Some of them are pitted. Some of them are good, but they're not bad. But some of them have a little bit of pitting, so we're getting rid of that with the valve grinder. So we'll show you that. We got a pilot shaft, and that goes in the valve stem. And then we got a cutter. It's a stone cutter. And that rides on the pilot shaft. And then you have a special drill. It's not your everyday drill because it's
called a Sue.
A Sue. And you just want to give it a quick little burst. And take a look at the seat. And I think it needs a little bit more. One little more. Just to get the little pits out.
Doesn't take much.
No, it grinds pretty fast. So. Yeah, I would say that's fine.
And to do to finishing stone.
It's finishing stone. We're not using coarse stone. And it's set at 45. Well, it's at 45 degrees.
So we use this little guy here to make sure it's cut at a 45.
And we'll show you how that works
in a few minutes. And that's just lapping compound.
Basically grease with a little bit of grit in it. This one's a fine grit. So you put it on the valve surface. You never get it on the stem itself.
Bad things will happen.
Then there's 2 ways of doing this. The easy way, the hard way.
We're doing it the easy way. This is the 2000s.
Yeah. The hard way is you put a suction cup on there and do it by hand.
In which we've done it in the past many times.
This one, you put a drill on the back side and just slowly go change direction. And you notice that he's bringing it in and out once in a while. That Because when you grinding it, the compound will get finer and finer and finer. So that what that does is bring new compound on the seat. So it doesn't. So you grind it. It just brings more of the grease in.
Yep. And I must say, this is actually exciting. I usually say it's boring, but this is actually exciting. And not because it's mine, or, you know.
We're just gonna clean off the seat, clean off the valve.
You should also tell them what came in the mail or we picked up today.
Yes.
Or what you guys picked up.
Just picked up the brand new glass for the 52 Ford half-ton that we're building.
So I think this weekend we're going to attempt to put the windows in.
Yeah, probably the front window and the rear window will go in this weekend.
So that's going to be exciting.
Along with the newly painted blocks.
Yeah, it'll be coming up. Well, I guess that video will be up before this one.
Yes.
If I do my math correctly.
And what we do with to check it, you take just a regular. There's many ways. Just a Sharpie. Just paint that all black. You can use
blue ink.
Blue ink, chemical dye. Also, just a marker is easy enough.
Exactly. Like I said, we've done this for years.
And put it in, and then you just want to give it a quarter turn back and forth. You don't want to go all the way around. Pull it out, and then you should be able to see a wear mark.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but
Yeah, you can see it.
does Derek give it a passing grade or failing?
Pass.
Yeah, you want a
And it's a
decent
pass.
size like contact area. So.
It's a pass because Derek's usually pretty finicky when it comes to this.
Yeah.
I hate pick poor jobs.
It's not a 3-angle job for this is just a everyday backyard valve job. If we were doing high performance modifications on this engine, we definitely would do a 3-angle job
Yeah, like we're
Hardened seat.
and put hardened seats in.
it. Yeah. Like when we did the heads in Derek's Mustang.
Yeah.
And Chrissy's hard shell.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
And the flathead, yeah.
So I don't know. I might just leave the video here. We might be back in a minute, even though this is exciting.
Yeah, that one.
It's mushroomed.
Yeah, it needs a little
bit of TLC.
little grinding.
Alrighty, we'll be back in a minute.
So our grinding, we've done a few valves, seats. It's getting a little worn. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get Derek to grind the another 45 on there, so it's nice and smooth. Because when you grind it, it starts to get rounded and stuff. So put a little oil on the shaft there, the pilot shaft. That goes in, and you can see this is a little diamond cutter on the end of that. Probably hard to see. And you got the varying degrees. You can set this, you just loosen this off, and right now it's set at 45. There's 60 degrees. And I believe there's a 30-degree one too. And then this dial over here will bring that cutter in and out. So when you put that in, you can you put the drill on here and spin that, and you move this by hand, and you just turn this in until you just touch the stone and get a nice cut on it. We'll show you that.
Yes, we will.
And like not your everyday home built engine builder is not going to have one of these, but
Unfortunately, we do.
yeah, unfortunately. Ryan likes to buy these things. Well, he doesn't. works on a lot of tractors, and that's what he does, the cutting valves for all the stationary engines, tractors on the, does the same, it's the same process.
You didn't put it down all the way.
Oh.
I was kind of wondering. I don't remember it being that far off.
You saw the dust coming off. Once you see a continuous line of dust as you're moving the lever down, then it's nice and flat.
Would you call that a drill named Sue? Get it? Get it? You probably don't get it.
A Sioux drill.
You probably don't get it. But yeah. Alrighty. There you go. Go back to work.
Oh, we're using a stand, headstand.
Yeah, we actually are.
Clean it off a bit. And look at the with the light. And that looks pretty even. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I would say that's good.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we've finished grinding all these. We're just lapping the last intake valve on this head.
Sure it's an intake, Chris?
I'm sure it's the bigger one.
Bigger ones are the exhaust on small block Chevys.
Mm.
Even though it's a big block. I'm trying to screw with you.
Yes.
Keep your paying attention.
We could use this tool, but
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is the manual
Emmanuel. Yeah.
version.
A little bit of suction there.
It just takes a lot more. Let me get the light in here.
and Corey takes it.
And then
Yeah.
whoever came up with the idea of just using a drill.
It's easier with the drill.
I'd just like to say, killing time while we're doing this. These two schmucks went to Popeye's Chicken. Didn't get me anything. I'm hungry. All I had for lunch was two very crappy 7-Eleven burgers.
And didn't you go with Popeyes a couple days ago for lunch?
Yeah, but that's different.
And you got it paid for?
Yeah, by Mike. Thanks for buying my lunch. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm actually hungry right now. Now I'm gonna have to make a crappy pizza later. Well, you schmucks went to Popeyes. And I gotta say, the guy at Popeyes was really nice because I ordered a 3-piece tender meal and he gave us like 6 or 7. Super good.
They've all been lapped in.
Yeah, we'll probably call that good.
I think so.
Yeah, so my dinner time will probably be Dr. Egla pizza. Actually pretty good. And what will I have for breakfast?
Derek's just cleaning off the excess
Correct.
valve grinding compound. You don't want that on the stems when you put the, or it'll grind out your stems. Or your
Just no good.
valve guides.
Yeah, no good will come of it.
No.
I've upgraded. I'm allowed to use a marker now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big boy now. Shouldn't be putting this on camera.
And we're just checking the seat by just wiggling it back and forth like a quarter of a turn maximum.
Yep.
It's hard to tell on the camera, but
That valve will live to see another day.
Yep, not
Yep.
bad. You're supposed to eat.
Yep, they'll live to see another day. I was just gonna tell you guys something, but I forgot. I literally did. Old age. Oh well. We'll be back here in a minute. I figure I'll just stand here and watch while he can tap all these holes. It just makes when we put the manifolds on a little easier. And likewise with all the accessories on the side of the head. And we'll do with the intake manifold. And that way it's just when you put it back together, you know, it just goes together that much easier. I'm sure a lot of people don't take the time and they're probably thinking, why are you guys bothering? But I don't know.
and it gets dirt and grease out of there too.
Exactly. It's just, like I said, when you put it together, it just goes together a lot easier. I used to be an anti-believer, say piss on tapping holes, but after you do it, they converted me. But I think after we're done this, I just got to finish cleaning up these a little bit, and then I'm going to let them sit overnight in my special sauce that I've got. Actually, just cleaning stuff. And then I'll take it to my brother's work there, and I'll pressure wash it and gunk it and everything else. And hopefully there's still enough original orange in here. Well, it is what it is, but I think they'll clean up quite nicely. There appears to be quite a bit of orange underneath this grease, so. And then reassemble. And then, oh shit, that's what I forgot to get this week was water pump and fuel pump. Maybe I'll do it Saturday, if not Monday. And then yeah, then put the motor together, then phase 3, start building a stand. So that'll be exciting. There's a rag if you want. I'm just sitting here doing nothing anyway. Yep, hard to believe this little guy still sitting here, still broken. Still broken. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the one of our, I guess about 5 or 6 episodes ago. Pretty neat little thing. I don't know if it was worth the $120 to do it, but you only live once. Oh, and if I haven't mentioned, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'm not sure if you guys are watching right now or you've already gone to do whatever you're doing, but hey, it helps. I could just keep rambling. I don't know. I just keep talking about stuff.
Yeah. And we still got to clean up the exhaust ports a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll take this little
guy here. Very fine little whatever you want to call it. It doesn't hurt anything or wreck anything. So it actually goes up pretty fast. So I'm very impressed. It's not plugged in. No. Oh. Okay. Probably should get a new extension cord one of these days. Exciting. But yeah, it does a pretty good job and it doesn't harm anything. Average Corey here.
Yeah, he's average Corey. We're working on the 454 back on the 454 heads. Is continuing on where they've all been cleaned up. Corey did all that. All the valves and everything's been cleaned. So we're just putting everything back together now. Starting with the valves.
And sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. When I kind of hot tanked and pressure washed it and everything else and blah blah blah, we cleaned it up, and surprisingly a lot of the orange still stayed. So I was kind of hoping a little bit more, but like I said, we're not going to paint this block. We're going to leave it the way it is. So I think it'll look pretty nifty when done.
Yeah, so we're starting with the driver's, this is the driver's side heads. So we're starting, this is the front of the driver's side. We're starting with the exhaust.
I was going to ask you if you knew which one that was.
Yes.
Right, cool. Just kidding.
Exhausts are smaller.
Yes. And also dead giveaway.
And
But you know,
yeah, there's
there.
an exhaust port right there. We just put a dab of oil through all the valve seats. So you slide the valve up, push the little, oh yeah, first we got to, forgot about that. Put the little bearing, there's a little bearing, spring bearing. That goes in there. Then that can go on. And that will hold the valve up temporarily. Spring goes on next. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then the spring cap goes on.
I think they call that a retainer.
Retainer, sure, we'll call it that. And our trusty valve tool, which everyone should have.
Considering there's a few guys that say, oh, I got every tool in the world. They didn't know what a valve spring compressor was. Here, I can hold that back. And then I gotta go put dinner, supper in the stove.
Keepers.
Wrong way. Wrong way. Joking. In the past.
Put one in, basically I like to spin it around and then put the second one in. That's in.
Okay. And then you should just slowly back it off.
Yeah. And then just, yeah. And then just inspect it to see if it's seat. And then,
What we've always done is just put a rag over top so nothing goes flying.
and then
give it a little love tap.
inspect again. Looks good. It's nice and tight. So that one's done. Next is intake. Intakes, they do not have that little bearing. They just have a hardened, it's not a shim. You can call it a shim, but it's basically there to, so the spring doesn't gouge into the casting.
And before we took it apart, we actually mic'd everyone to make sure that they were all the same thickness. Ooh. And repeat.
Repeat. And remember, oil's your friend. We've already oiled the cylinders.
They're not cylinders, sir.
Or valve guides. That goes in.
On a side note, picked up some very nice 1x6 oak for Kevin's bed of his truck, so I think we'll be playing around with that tomorrow, or the next day, but probably tomorrow. Got a great deal on it, looks good. I'm gonna run it through the planer, put some grooves in it. We're gonna be carpenters.
Spring.
I could be Norm Abram, you could be Bob Vila.
Oh, Vila. Is he still alive?
Actually, I think we're gonna have a special guest one of these days. I'm gonna have, what was the guy from Home Improvement?
Kim Allen.
No, the other guy. His helper, assistant.
What, the guy didn't show his face?
No, that was Wilson. The other guy.
I
His
have
helper
no
on the
idea.
show on Tool Time.
Oh, the guy with the beard.
Yeah, the guy with the beard.
Smart one.
Yeah, he'll be on our show one of these days. I've pulled some strings. I just can't think of his name. I feel bad. He's coming over. He's actually coming all the way out to our show. And I can't remember what the hell it's called. Fuck. Oops. I mean, darn.
Beep.
What the hell's his name? I gotta watch Home Improvement to see. Oops, we're good. Trying to watch the show. Tim.
Oh, you gotta go down more.
Yeah.
Okay, let her up.
Not gonna happen, Tim.
Oh shit, I can't remember his name. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute.
Crank that down.
Don't care. Anyway, we're got the last valve in. It's been about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. It actually goes pretty fast. I was able to put supper in the oven for these guys. Pretty good fair trade. Lasagna, putting valves in. You can get it. I'm holding a screwdriver. I'm pointing. Anyway, I was able to remember his name, Al Borland. So yes, he'll be stopping by. Probably not this video, but next video. True story.
Exciting.
It is. If you compare the two, Al looks like he's been rung through the ringer. Or not Al, Tim.
Get keepers.
And what's his name, Al? He looks pretty good for his age. Ow, my freaking ears. Oh, I don't want to get dirty. Turn her down a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Okay, releasing.
Yep. Done. Give it a quick clean before whatnot, and this one is ready to install. I'm just gonna say we're probably gonna have the other head done before the supper's done.
Probably. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing, just opposite head. Just keep going. Just gotta remember those little shims. They go on the intake, and that little bearing spacer goes on the exhaust. Just in case you get mixed up, but I'm not sure what those bearings are for, because it's not like the valves turn.
Leave that in the comment.
So if you know exactly what they're for,
I'm sure a million people do.
because they're not just a spacer, they're actually a bearing.
But yeah, it's like they don't have them on small blocks, at least that I've never seen or we've done, and that's whack, yo. Anyway, I guess we'll do the next head. I don't want to get dirty.
Yeah, we gotta pull this off. So
Yeah, you guys can do it. I don't want to get dirty.
Yep.
My hands are clean. I'm being lazy. Okay, so we're able to finish off the other side of the cylinder. It's all done, ready to be installed. I think that's where we're gonna maybe end this video. Just with finishing up the cylinder heads, and I think the next video I have everything else for the blocks. So the next video will just be putting it together and just finishing it. And then the video after that, we'll start making a brake and engine stand and fire this old pooch up and make sure it's all good to go, hopefully. That way it's just easier before we put it in the car, and then if there's a problem or something, but I don't think there will be, hopefully. And
just a lot of little things we gotta clean up still.
Yeah.
The intake's been cleaned,
yeah,
but stuff like the carburetor, we gotta
I'm
go
gonna
through it and clean that. Like
Even-
all the accessories, all the little accessory brackets, we gotta just degrease and that. So
I cleaned up the valve covers a little bit. I'll clean them up a little bit more, but there's still a lot of the original orange paint left. And I think it's just kind of neat with a little bit of patina on it and whatnot. But like I said, the block should be, well, it's basically newish on the inside and whatnot, so it should be okay. And I just, I think it might look kind of goofy when we paint the block orange. So, well, other than that, like I said, I hope you like this little video on cylinder heads and whatnot. Maybe learn something. Hopefully.
we did.
We did. I learned that he still doesn't like Chevys, but his opinion doesn't matter. AMC. Huh.
I got an AMC. Exactly. Everyone should. We appreciate cars more.
The thing good about AMC, I think most of them have a GM distributor, right? Or an
They have a Delco distributor.
just which is GM. So
Yeah. I don't consider it GM.
why?
It's Delco. It might be owned by GM, but it's
AMC owners, like, don't they put like cats in their pies and stuff like that? Or?
possibly.
Anyway, I hope you like this little video. We'll check you on another video. Like, share, subscribe, hit that button. Come on, it's good entertainment. It's January still, eh?
Yeah.
Subscriptions are still free. See you on the next one.